Hello everybody, in today's episode we have with us Shreyas Rao.
Just because his second name is Ponappa and because he's got one coffee estate in Coorg, he's like showing off like this. I love you, Shahrukh. I publicly apologize for that, okay?
Hello everybody, I am Sanjay Ponnappa and you're watching India Today SoSouth, and welcome to a new episode of SoSouth interviews. And in today's episode we have with us an RJ, a content creator, an influencer, an actor, a stand-up comic, an improv comic, Shreyas Rao. First, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Secondly, did I miss out on something? What else are you?
A human being. I'm a human being too. You're all these things, yes. But yeah, I do all of these things.
In today's generation, the Gen Z that you so much despise.
No, I love Gen Z people. I love Gen Z people. I love them. I think the reason why I sometimes keep complaining about them is because I'm jealous of them.
What makes you so jealous?
Because I think the clarity that they have in their life, I wish I had that kind of clarity. I love the fact that Gen Z kids are so clear about what they want. They want work-life balance. They want peace of mind. They have terms for what they feel. Like they feel anxious, they're like anxiety, there's depression, they feel happy, they're like, okay, this is what I want to do. They have a term for everything. They know how to identify a problem and they have a life. Yeah, that's why I'm jealous of them, which is I'm like, oh, angry.
The term for everything, is that a good thing or a bad thing in your opinion?
It's a good thing, but also a bad thing. A good thing because it exists. Bad thing because sometimes we overanalyze things so much. So yeah, that is why it's a bad thing. And sometimes some words don't make sense at all. Like for example, this word situationship. I've still been trying to figure out, and then I was like, oh, so by this logic, I've been in a situationship for the last 20 years. But yeah, it's just that I didn't have a name for it.
Years.
No, that's an exaggeration, but still.
But then if you're still on situationship, the generation has moved so much forward. There's Delulu, Solulu.
Yeah. By the way, Delulu is my favorite word. Like simply I'll use it. I'm like, you're so Delulu. What is the Solulu? So yeah, exactly. So these words also, like, we used to call it SMS lingo and now it's gone. Now it's become like cooler words but shorter words.
Yes, but without deviating, coming back to the script. In your bio, the Instagram bio, the human form of an Idli.
Yes.
What is that? Explain it to the viewers.
So Idli is like the best thing on this planet. I think UNESCO should declare it as the best food on this planet. It's about time. Because you see, Idli is white in color, so it stands for peace. Idli is steamed, which means it's healthy. Idli is, you don't have to like complicate Idli. Idli is Idli. You can have Idli anywhere. You can have Idli when you're happy, you can eat Idli when you're sad, you can eat Idli when you're sick. You can basically eat Idli all the time. It's just a chutney and sambar should change, that's it. So that's why I'm human form of Idli. I'm just amazing. I'm very healthy.
Okay. Are you an Idli fan?
Of course I'm a Idli fan. What else?
So, how often do you get into an argument? Because I'm sure there are enough people who say Idli is boring, Idli is bland.
Yeah, so I don't make such friends with such people only. That's why I always tell, I make sure that I meet people first for breakfast. First of all, if they wake up early and show up for breakfast, it's a green flag. See Gen Z. And if they say good things about Idli, green flag. But the minute they say something wrong about Idli, I've vanished.
Wow. Okay, so an Idli hater is a red flag for you.
Of course. If you hate Idli, then you have a problem in life. No, you don't. But yeah.
Coming to your Instagram, again, there's many things to talk about on it, but the first thing I want to talk about is who is this non-Kannadiga guy who keeps butchering the names of every...
Oh! Who is this guy? This guy is everybody's friend. We all have that one person in our office who has come from a different place and who likes Bangalore, who loves Bangalore, but can't pronounce everything. Can't just pronounce the names because for lack of rolling of tongue or whatever thing. So it is that person, and that's why it's like Alsur becomes Ulcer. Then some people are like, hey, it's Alsuru, and then it's like Domlur becomes Domler. I'm like, what is this area name? So yeah, he's everybody's friend. Everybody loves him, but they find this part of him annoying. That's who he is.
Okay. On that note, I want to show one of your own reels to you.
Oh my God, this is like one of those interviews where I might just get trolled.
I don't know. That depends on you. Okay, so this is what I watched today morning.
Oh.
यार एक बात बता, हम कूट जा रहे हैं या फिर मड़िकेर?
Oh, I know where this is going.
And Madikere, and we're going to Coorg. यार
Yeah, your second name is Ponappa. I know why you've taken offense now.
Dude, it's not Madikere. It is Madikeri.
Madikeri. Okay, fine. Sorry about that. Okay, even we can go wrong.
I just wanted to plug that in here.
Just because his second name is Ponappa and because he's got one coffee estate in Coorg, he's like showing off like this. Fine. I publicly apologize for that. Okay, it's Madikeri. Correct?
Oh, thank you, yes.
Yeah, that's it. Simple.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. You should just, if you own up to your mistakes, it's fine. Everybody makes mistakes. We're only humans.
Nice cover up.
No, but seriously, like I have also replied to many people on that post saying that I'm sorry about that. I made a mistake.
out before?
Yeah, read the comments. See, full research you're not done.
Nice. Okay. Also, on that note, coming back to your Instagram, it's not just these things. There's so much about Bengaluru, different types of Bengaluru, different things to do in Bengaluru. It's not even just Bengaluru. You've gone to South Korea as well, and there's content about that.
Yes.
There's characters that you play. So, are you still trying out everything to figure out what you want to do, or is it like I just want to do everything? I want to have everything on my plate like a platter.
It's a mix of both. There is a discovery of yourself, what is my actual calling. So I'll try anything that comes from me. Also, as creators, as creative people, we get bored very easily. So after a point, how much more will I wear the same wig and play a mom's character or an NRI character? I have to also try out new things. So when I traveled to South Korea, I just traveled. I really wanted to explore that country. It's not like I follow K-pop or K-dramas, any of that kind. But I'd heard so much about Korea and the culture over there, so I thought I'll just go there for a week or so and figure out what it is all about. I loved the place, and I knew that there are many people who want to visit Korea. In fact, recently I read about how 13-year-old girls ran away from their home to go to Korea. So that's how crazy people are. So I was like, okay, when I came back from Korea, I was like, I'll just put out a vlog talking about how easy it is to get there and what you can actually do over there. What is it like? And yeah, so that's when and again, I didn't do like travel vlogging as to, hey guys, I'm over here and all. I came back to Bangalore, sat down around and told them, okay, this is how we can do a trip to Korea in under a lakh. So that's how it happens. So it's just discovering new places new things where I can probably talk about, and new formats, new characters. So I'm just like constantly thinking like, okay, can this be a full-time character? Can this be a recurring character in something? Like how Pratibha is in my most mom deal. So this Pratibha is actually my mom's real close friend, but she's a figment of imagination in the call. My mom's always talking to Pratibha. So it's just like that. So it's just...
So about these characters, do you draw inspiration from different people, or how does that?
Always. So first inspiration obviously comes from my mom, because that's a character that I play most prominently. So whatever she says, I make a note of it, because she says the most hilarious things all the time. So that I make a note of that, and then I of course build on that and make it a little more funnier and cut out a couple of jokes that I can't probably use. And yeah, so people and places are always an inspiration.
Okay. Also, you're an Instagram influencer as well.
I am a content creator. I don't like the word influencer actually.
Why? Because it's Gen Z?
No. Wow, I didn't think of that angle. I feel influencers are people who promote certain kind of content. Like for example, you've got lifestyle influencers, you've got makeup and cosmetics influencers who are like, this cream is good for you. There are food influencers who are like, go to these lifestyle influencers basically. I am not any of that, because I'm not endorsing a product or a place directly. I create content, and in my content there is a space for a brand to plug in this stuff. So that's the difference between a content creator and a influencer. So content creators are slightly more like, we try to use we create content with humor and all that. So that's why I don't like calling myself an influencer. I'm a content creator.
Fine. As a content creator, which is, if not pretty close, it is like being a celeb in today's time. There is enough, one
of the statements I love making is that Kardashians and social media people are not celebrities. So yeah, while of course we enjoy a little bit of that fame that we get, but yeah, calling ourselves celebrity, at least for me, will be a little pretentious. So
okay, let's say it's a little close to being
little close to being a celebrity. Yeah.
So how's that experience like? People start recognizing you on the basis of your content.
Yeah.
So has that change happened? Is that experience good?
Majorly, and I love it. I genuinely love it, because wherever I go, whichever restaurant I visit, wherever I've gone so far, touch wood, I've had people come and speak to me. Like recently, just about a few days back, we were at a wedding, at a family friend's wedding, and close to like 30-35 people came up to me, just to speak to me. Some of them took pictures, and all my parents are just like looking, they're like, wait, when did this happen? Like, what's happening with this boy? And they're suddenly coming and talking to me, saying that, you know, I know so much about you without even knowing you because he does so much such content about you. You must be very proud. And all of my parents are like, yeah, very proud, very proud. So yeah, so the recognition happens, and it's a beautiful feeling because I think somewhere validation is something that we all like. We all like being liked, and I definitely I like being liked and loved and showered with affection. So whenever people meet me, I'm the warmest. I genuinely like talking to them. So that has happened. I only wish it keeps happening all the time.
Is there any interesting anecdote about one such, instance?
Recently, when we were doing a improv show, after the show, this follower of mine came up to me and she gave me 2 big gifts. And one of them was like a box to keep my glasses because she knows that I have way too many glasses, and she's like, this is a box to keep all of this. And she gave me another piggy bank with all the things I love. So she's like, I'm manifesting this vehicle for you. I'm manifesting these things for you. So this will help you with that. And she was very emotional when she met me. So that's why I really felt like, wow, like what part do I play in their life for them to think so much? Like, I would never do it for somebody I like so much, by the way. I would never do it for an actor that I'm really fond of, take something for them or go out of my way to, make them, because I know that they might not even remember me after a few days or whatever. So when this person did this to me, I was like a little too emotional and taken aback, saying that what have I done? So the question was like, what have I done to receive this? But in any case, it's a beautiful gesture.
That's something amazing to feel, actually.
Yeah. I genuinely felt really good, but I also felt like, but why? Yeah.
You also perform on stage.
Yes.
You do improv as well, which is very interesting, and I feel might be really tough to do something, come up with some jokes on the spot, on the get-go. You also do the content creation where it is scripted and all of it. So which one do you find to be more tough? Which is a challenge?
I think scripting and doing the entire reel and comedy is the toughest part, because when you're doing improv, your audience know that everything is happening improvised, and you also got other people to help you out in a situation. So you're just building on a scene, and you're building with the other person's lines. So you feed off each other's energy, and you're trying to do something completely different. So you also don't know where it's going. So it's very easy for me, at least. And also for me, I tend to react more instantly than scripted. So when I'm scripting, another bigger problem is that I'm also very self-critical. So I'm like, if I write something, I'll think of it 10 times, and that's why I hate writing something and then shooting it by next day or something like that. I'm like, what, if I've got the idea now, write it, shoot it, and just put it out there. So that I am not sitting and judging that piece of content, whether it's in written format or produced format, when I'm like thinking, is it working? Should I put it out? Will people like it? Will it get reach? And those questions are very irritating after a point. I'm like, but your job is just to put it out. You never know what works. So yeah, I think I would any day pick improv over scripted. Also because I'm lazy sometimes.
I feel you. And when you say you never know what it works, like, do you feel like you've cracked that Instagram algorithm code, or are you still working on it?
I don't think anybody can crack. I think every single content creator goes to this phase where they feel Instagram hates them. I am also in that phase where I really don't know what's going to work for me. So ultimately it comes back to the basics. Do what you feel is right. That's it. Sometimes and it's not like you're doing things intentionally. Sometimes your algorithms are not in your favor. Sometimes the joke which is very funny in your head is not funny in somebody else's mind. They're like, okay, this is not funny at all. So you don't know what's going to work. So the only funda is just put out things and let the universe decide, and the algorithm decide its future and stuff like that.
Okay. You've been in this seat as well as an interviewer.
Yes.
You've gotten to speak to a lot of people, especially you were working in Mumbai.
Yes, I was working with MTV and MTV Beats. So I got to speak and interview a lot of musicians because of a music channel that is. And I also got a chance to speak to a lot of other film celebrities and personalities as well.
Which one would you say was your best interview? Again, anecdote from there.
My most favorite interview so far is the one that I did with Shreya Ghoshal. Because of course I look up to her so much, and she's like my older sister. I've told this to her like 100 times, saying, you are my baby. I think interviewing her, it was an Instagram live, and I felt like there is no interview of hers or mine which felt more real. I think every single emotion in that interview was absolutely real. Like every question was something that I genuinely wanted to ask and just have fun, and she played along so well, and she was also completely herself. And I think that was like full from heart to heart kind of an interview. That is my most favorite interviews. And apart from that, there are so many, but I think this will always be
I think I saw it in an interview that you've also interviewed Shah Rukh.
I didn't interview Shah Rukh. I wish I did, but no. It was so this was during the premiere of Zero, and we used to get invited to all the premieres and all, right? So I was like full and I had a shoot that morning, the entire day. So I am like, I was done. I was tired. I was famished. I was like, oh, I had to Bombay heat. You can imagine. So I finished the entire shoot, and then I get a call saying that hey, there's a premiere for Zero happening. I was like, I'm gonna go. So I went, and they gave us the food coupons, and I'm like full shamelessly, can I have 2 of them? Yeah, of course you can have. Then I picked up 2 popcorns, 2 portions of nachos, samosa, everything. I'm putting it on my lap, and I'm sitting in the theater, thinking the movie is gonna start anytime now. In walks in Shah Rukh, and he just looks at me. That's it. Then he goes on stage, and then he just points to me, and he's like, you know, people like him, look at him. How many for how many people are you eating? He just makes fun of me. I'm like, I love you, Shah Rukh. He just says, I love you too. I'm like, that's it. My life is made. So that was that little, I think, experience of just Shah Rukh Khan acknowledging my presence in a theater just made my day and life. Yeah, it's amazing.
Taking a side track, you said that you have a lot of specs.
Yes.
And I also see that you're wearing some kick-ass shoes. I'm a big shoe fanatic.
Can't show, no.
So, do you have such hobbies of, collecting, or are you obsessed with something? What are those?
I mean, if you ask my parents, they'll tell you they want to really like drive me. They're like, my parents keep telling me stuff like, you need to buy your own house, take a 2 BHK, you live in one, and the other room will have your clothes and your shoes and your glasses, because there's just too many of them. And yeah, I have like some obscene pairs of shoes. So yeah, I love them. So.
Did you love them from the time when?
No, please. I started loving the bully after I could earn money and buy my own shoes. So it's like I keep telling this to my my team members, saying that every time you grow, right, your aspirations grow, and your wants and your demands with your own self, things you could buy, your brands, everything changes. That's pretty much it. So it's only when when pandemic happened, when I could save the rent money from Bombay, is when I could afford slightly expensive shoes.
Because my obsession for shoes started when I was pretty young.
Yeah? That's amazing. Of course, your second name is Ponnappa, so you can afford to have such dreams.
My dad didn't think so. It's like, this shoe is definitely not worn out, so you will not buy another.
Oh yeah. See, but the problem, here's the other way around. Like, I have a difficulty to let go of my own things. So even if they're worn out, I'm like, no, antique piece, it will stay.
Same, you wash it, you clean it, pack it up nicely, you keep it in.
Oh, you wash your shoes and all? Then you're a real shoe fanatic. Like, this shoe's like fresh out of the wash. Yeah.
So even I store the boxes as well. So once I've finished, I have a couple of pairs which like, it's you, bro. You are responsible for my daily use.
Yeah.
But then there are these special ones. Yeah. As soon as you use it, you clean it up and then back it.
I have certain shoes that I even don't drive with. So they'll be in the boot. So once I reach the venue, I'll slowly pick it out, wear them, go finish the event or whatever, come back in the shoes. I have something called as driving shoes. So I only wear that when I drive because they can afford to get crease and all. Other fancy shoes cannot get crease, cannot get any dust. But I'm like, keep it very safe. It's like a.
My friends are very aware when they're around me and I'm wearing some special shoes. They're like, okay, if I do something,
that's it. At the cost of the friendship, I'll let go of the friend but not the shoe. So yeah, shoe obsession is real. So glasses, I just like nerdy glasses. So I just, whenever I see, and it's none of them are like, will even cross like $1,200. And half of them are picked up from street side, or they'll be, when I went to Korea, there was this street where there were so many kinds of shoes and all. So I used to pick up there. I picked up a couple of them from there on discount. And then shoes also. There's a street in Hong Kong called the Sneaker Street. So it was like, wow, the street exists. Nice. So yeah, you should go there.
I think I love it.
Yeah, not good for your body balance, but that's okay.
I mean, at this point we are used to it. Accepted fact. A part of every month's salary goes to this.
Yeah, even I do the same thing. Like this money I can spend on this. Yeah.
Well, on that note, it's always nice to find another sneaker fanatic. So I just love that I've met you today.
Thank you.
On that note, anything you'd like to say as an ending note to the viewers?
Wow. I thought you'd ask some rapid fire question and all. I wanted to give some controversial answers. But it's okay. I think I have to give
missed the opportunity.
No, I think it's so nice to always speak to people. I think I've started really genuinely enjoying just talking about life and content in general, and there's so much to do, and I don't know if I'm going to again sound very philosophical and inspirational, motivational kind of stuff, but I feel like now is a great time for anybody to create content. Be your authentic self on whatever social media or platform that you prefer. Whether if you prefer text, so be it. If you're okay with pictures or if you're okay with videos, whatever it is, I think there's a platform for everything today. And if you have anything to say, just put it out there. You never know who you resonate with and who could probably be your soulmate. I don't know. Just be out there and love a little more and be nice to everybody. That's all.
Love a little more. With that, that's the quote of
That's
the
the quote.
interview.
Yeah, love a little more. I think everybody should try that because I feel like sometimes you're so finicky. Like for you, I mean, you'll understand. Like, I mean, what do you really like about shoes? Like, if you ask my parents, they'll be like, it's something you just have to wear and go. Like, my dad would never spend, like, even now, the other day I told him the price of one of my shoes. I told him it came free of cost, collaboration. Because he's like, what? 3-4 figures for shoes? I'm like, yeah. If love everything. If you find something fascinating, just love it.
So for my first salary, I bought my dad a pair of shoes.
Oh, nice.
For me, that was a huge gesture. My dad was like, shoes, I have.
Yeah, I recently bought a nice footwear for my mom, and I didn't tell them the price of it till we got out of the shop. And then we were like, because they saw a discount and all. I'm like, how much was it? I'm like, 10,000 rupees. Return. I'm like, no, you can't return. You can't just leave. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have to, sometimes tell your parents that it's okay to spend on a couple of things. And it's not like it's a fancy thing. It's a necessity. After you grow, after a certain age, you have to wear the right kind of shoes. And I learned this when I was in Singapore because I took one fancy pair of shoes thinking that I'll roam around in this. And I was clocking in 30,000 steps a day. By the time I used to return to my hostel, by the time I came back to Bangalore, I think my feet was of different shape and all kind. It was really bad. Then I realized, how important it is to wear the right shoes. And then I went to Korea. I wore the perfect pair of shoes, and in spite of 30,000 steps, I came back with very clean feet.
Yeah. That is good. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Good fun talking to you.
It was a lot of fun talking to you as well. Thank you.